Hi, Randy Miller here for another edition of Phillies Playoff Report for Calkins Media. I have Kevin Cooney, baseball writer, to my left, Jerry Reimenschneider to my right, and we're going to be talking NLCS. Phillies versus Giants opens Saturday here at Citizens Bank Park. We're in the left field upper deck area here, the foul pole behind us. And I'll tell you, Kev, I'll start with you. People are talking about this series potentially between the best two teams in baseball. Whoever wins this series can win the World Series. What are you looking for in this pitching-rich series?
Actually, I'm looking to see how the Phillies bats do against the Giants hitters. I mean, you look at Ryan Howard. They only hit 212 as a group against the Reds, but they didn't have to. This time they're going to have some offense. The Phillies' offense is the wild card in this series. If they break out, this could be a short series. If they don't, San Francisco could easily win this series.
Well, I don't agree that this is going to be a short series, but both teams, I'll say one thing, the top pitchers in baseball here, both teams have three deep, with the Phillies' big three and the Giants' big three, and that's what's going to make this a low-scoring series. Jerry, do you think that the Giants have enough offense that they can win the series? They certainly have enough potential to keep this a close series, play tight games, but can they win four games with that offense?
I think they can. I don't think they will. I think the Phillies' big three is a little bigger. I would say it's the Giants' not quite as big three. And I think the Phillies' bats, although they have been quiet to a point, have more potential in them, more experience. I'd rather have Chase Utley up at a big moment, Jimmy Rollins up, Shane Victorino up in a big moment than a bunch of guys who I've never seen in those big moments. That's why I like the Phillies.
I'll say this. There's a stat out there that's pretty important, I think. And when you talk about the Giants' little three and the Phillies' big three, in 2010, the Phillies pitchers faced the Giants 7 times. That includes 3 Roy Oswalt starts with the Astros. But in those 7 starts, the Giants are the Phillies are 1-5 with a 4.6 ERA. They're big three against the Giants. Oswald's done good. He's the only one that has done good. Halladay, 1 start against the Giants, 5 runs, 7 innings. Hamels, 2 starts against the Giants, lit up both times. Now, the Giants' big three against the Phillies in 4 starts, 2-1 with a 1.98. That does show you that the Giants will not be intimidated. Kev, in my mind, the Giants have to get out of here with one win if they're going to have a shot in the series. Do you agree?
I agree, and if you look at the Bruce Bochy apparently agrees, and he's throwing Tim Lincecum game 1. That's a given. He decided to go Jonathan Sanchez in game 2, which is a little surprising. Sanchez has always been a good pitcher against the Phillies in his career. The sample size is not great, but his as being a left-hander, obviously Bochy feels like that could give him an upper hand against whoever the Phillies are going to throw that night. It's going to be Roy Oswalt.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting about Lincecum is Lincecum pitched a great game against the Braves in the NLDS, but in game 1. But keep in mind, and I talked to some people with the Phillies and some people outside the Phillies, Lincecum that game, when he pitched a great game, I believe it was a 1-0 game, right? He was out of the strike zone the entire game, and the Braves chased. And I talked to someone with the Phillies last night, and they were telling me that the Phillies have seen the scouting reports, and they are not going to chase. So it'll be interesting to see if Lincecum can throw strikes there. Jer, in your mind, the Phillies offense has really struggled throughout the season. Obviously, they have a better offense on paper from the Giants. How many runs? Do they need to have a couple games? Do they need to win a couple games to win this series in your mind?
You mean with their offense? Yes.
Phillies offense.
Yes, but here's another thing. They had the best record in baseball. With all those struggles, they had the best record in baseball. With a 212 batting average in the NLDS, they won in 3 games. The Phillies can beat you 12-11. The Phillies can beat you 2-1. They figure out a way to do it when they need to do it. They're big game players. That's why I like them.
So let's go to our predictions here. Kev, I'll go with you. We should have a great series here. Phillies are home for the first 2, then they go to San Fran. Is this going to come back? What's your prediction? How many games?
See, I like the Phillies in 6. I think this is the toughest hurdle on the way to the World Series title for the Phillies. If they get by this, I don't see them having trouble with the Rangers and the Yankees. And people may say, how can you say it? The Giants' pitching is that good, and it matches up against the Phillies' main weakness, which is offensive inconsistency. Still, I think these guys have earned everybody's trust. They're a veteran group. That's big in a postseason series. I'll take the Phillies in 6.
Jared, what do you think?
I like the Phillies. The Giants make me a little nervous because it's the one way to beat the Phillies is the pitching while the Phillies go into one of those prolonged slides. If that happens, it could be 7. I'm going to go Phillies in 7.
Phillies in 7. I'll tell you, I'm really torn here. If they played this series 10 times, and they're going to play it once, if they played 10 times, I think the Giants would win 4 of the series. I think the Giants are that good. When you go through the position breakdown, the Phillies have the edge darn near at every position. Maybe depth in the bullpen. The Giants have a little bit of edge. Well, not the way Brad Lidge is pitching right now, the closer. But I'm going to pick Phillies in 6-2. But it could be a series that really challenges the Phillies, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in my mind if somehow the Giants get out of here 1-1 and they go back to San Fran and they win Game 3, and let's see how the Phillies respond to Game 4. Big key is in this series is experience, just like the last series, and I think the Phillies obviously have the experience. So that'll wrap up this edition of Calkins Media Philly playoff talk, and be sure to join us after Game 1. We'll have a post-game report also from down here at Citizens Bank Park.